Hello girls and boys, it's Mrs. Fewtrell ready for another story. Have you got a favorite book? Well, most people do, and Charlie Cook does, and this story is called Charlie Cook's Favorite Book. There he is in his armchair reading his favorite book. Would you like to hear what his favorite book is? All right, here we go. Once upon a time there was a boy called Charlie Cook, who curled up in a cozy chair to read his favorite book. About a leaky pirate ship, which very nearly sank, and a pirate chief who got the blame and had to walk the plank. The chief swam to an island and went digging with his hook, and at last he found a treasure chest. Arr! And in it was a book about a girl called Goldilocks and three indignant bears, who cried, "Who's had our porridge? Who's been sitting in our chairs?" They went into the bedroom, and Baby Bear said, "Look, she's in my bed, and what is more, she's got my favorite book." About Sir Percy Pilkington, a bold and fearless knight. Who told the dragon, "Wait, I'm not quite ready for the fight. You must first hear this one." Then his armor clinked and shook, and he read aloud a joke he'd found inside his favorite book. About Rowena Redalot, a very well-read frog, who jumped upon a lily pad and jumped upon a log, and she jumped into the library which stood beside the brook, and she said, "Read it, read it, read it," as she jumped upon the book. About an oak tree full of birds, and each bird had built a nest, and they had a competition to see whose nest was best, and they chose an owl to judge it, and the winner was the rook, whose nest was lined with pages from his very favorite book. About a girl who saw a flying saucer in the sky. Some small green men were in it, and they waved as they flew by, and she tugged her mother's sleeve and said, "Look, Mum, what I've just seen." But Mum said, "Hush, I'm trying to read my favorite magazine." About a wicked jewel thief who stole the king's best crown, and then he got stuck behind some sheep, which really slowed his car right down, and the king dialed 999, and soon the cops had caught the crook and flung him into prison, where he read his favorite book. About a greedy crocodile who got fed up with fish, and he went on land to try to find another tasty dish, and he went into a bookshop, and there he got even greedier while reading on page 90 of a large encyclopedia. About the biggest birthday cake the world had ever seen. A team of royal cake makers had it made just for the Queen, and the cake was so delicious that a famous spaceman took a slice of it to Jupiter. He also took a book. About a ghost who glided round the castle every night, carrying her head and giving everyone a fright. She kept it up till morning, and then she found a shady nook, and she put her head back on again and read her favorite book. About a cozy armchair and a boy called Charlie Cook. Do you think there's lots and lots of reading adventures that Charlie's having in his cozy armchair? Do you think he's reading about the three bears and the spacemen and the birds and the frog who said, "Read it, read it, read it," and the knight and the pirate, arr! Look, the lady with no head, and the little Goldilocks, and the jewel thief who's got a jewel in his pocket, and there's the king and the spaceman and the crocodile. Wow, there's lots and lots of adventures inside of our books, aren't there? Lovely. Well, thank you for joining me again for another book, girls and boys. See you later. Bye.